guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Darla Rodriguez and I hope you are having a fabulous day and getting in the sun and just taking in those rays, because that's what we're talking about. A sun-kissed look with a very special guest. So stay tuned because we are going to have a lot of fun. So I'm so excited because I have a special guest and a very great friend. Amanda from Smashbox is here. Hey, Amanda.
What's up?
I'm so excited because we are going to have some fun today. So I'm going to turn it over to Amanda right now because she's got some goodies that we need to get ready to have this fun time.
That's right, you guys. Today I know the beaches are closed. We're at our homes, but you know, who says we can't go to the beach with our makeup look? So we've been seeing a lot of that hot trend right now where it's just total like sun-kissed vibes with faux freckles and that glassy, glowy skin. So I'm gonna do a Smashbox take on that so we can get the camera ready, radiant, sun-kissed, glassy skin look. So there's a few things that you will need to get ready so you can create the look with us. And pay close attention because I have a special 20% off coupon code for you that will drop at the end of this. So if there's any Smashbox products that you want to purchase with a little 20% off, we'll leave that at the end. So what you're going to need is a full set of brushes. And we have some amazing red bottoms, but if you don't have our Smashbox red bottoms, grab what you do have.
I got a few, but I might have to jump in on that code at the end.
100%. We all love a good red bottom. There's some sets going on right now, so you can purchase as a set, which is so good, 20% off. You can't beat it. They're one of the top brushes. Like once you have a Smashbox brush, they last you a lifetime. So we'll be using those today, or use what you have. Beauty blenders, you're going to need a beauty blender, a damp beauty blender. A few of the core makeup products that are going to be needed to create this look. We're going to need some glowy products. So I'm going to have you grab some primer. I'm going to be using the primer oil. If you don't have primer oil, grab a face oil. I'm going to introduce you to a brand new, fresh on the scene Vitamin Glo Primer, which I'm so excited to show you guys. It's so amazing. So we'll show you how that looks. We will need an under eye primer or brightener of some sort. I'm going to be using the Glam Glow. I also have a coupon code for Glam Glow too, so I'll drop that at the end. A Glam Glow Bright Eyes, favorite eye cream ever. And then we're going to be using, I'm going to be using Smashbox Studio Skin Concealer, 24-hour wear, waterproof. And then we're going to be setting with some powders and creating foundation with a loose powder. So grab a loose powder. If you have a loose powder, if you have the Halo powder, awesome. We just reformulated this one, but I'm rocking with the old school one because we're quarantined up in here and I'm waiting for my new ones. But I felt and played with the new Halos and they're incredible. But the formula is just as amazing with this one, okay? And a setting powder to bake. I'm gonna do the Smashbox version of baking. And we have a new translucent powder that's out. That's incredible to bake with. There's 2 shades available of this one, so grab the loose setting powder. We will also need some complexion products. So we have an amazing Cali Contour palette. But again, I'm low on that one. It's in my kit, in my storage unit. So I'm going with the old school holiday contour palette. My girl Darla has that one too. I remember selling that one to her.
I love it. I honestly use it all the time. Look at how dirty it is. I love it.
It's so good. This one's not available for purchase, but there's one that's even more amazing called Cali Contour. If you're shopping today, or use whatever contour palette that you have at home. And some sort of a blush option. I'm going to be using the Cali Kissed option right here. So blush palette with a lot of glow. We're going full glowy today, guys. Oh, Lancome, awesome. We have for the eyes and the faux freckles and the brows, I just want you guys to think about some matte options. So something that's like a nice sandy tone or that dark chocolate tone, that's pretty much all you'll need today. Grab a super waterproof setting spray, grab a drink, and let's get started. So I'm going to start with the Bright Eyes by Glam Glow. This is an eye cream full of peptides, a little bit of green apple, so that natural AHA super gives you a super bright look over time, but it also distributes this gorgeous pearly glow right away.
And I am using the Tatcha stick only because we are quarantined and I can't get out to get any all of this stuff, but Amanda was sharing and I'm definitely interested because you guys know I'm a junkie. I might as well just admit it. I am a junkie.
Bright Eyes is my favorite eye prep. You can use it day and night, but it totally color corrects. Like, it's just so gorgeous. And you can use it 360. It's optimal for that darkness that we have on the lids. So don't be afraid to go up there. I like to put a little bit out on the cheek as well. Oh, you guys have to also drink if I make an ugly makeup face. I'm like, you know, then sip.
You'll have them. You're gonna just make them. They're gonna be sipping the whole time.
Yeah, that's the point. You're gonna need a lot of wine. The glass skin is all about making it look like skin. So as you can see, I mean, I have like not the most. The quarantine has not been nice on my skin here. I have some pigmentation. I have some like stuff going on, and we'll be able to build and conceal that in a way where it still looks like I'm not wearing makeup, and that's the point. So the prep is key. We're going to use like 1,000 primers, 1,000 layers. So hang on, here we go. The next step for the prep is going to be primer oil. I am obsessed with this oil. 15 plant-based essential oils that really nourish, calm, and soothe the skin while plumping. Or grab, what do you have, Darla?
I have the Murad. It's the vitamin infused oil, and this is the true story. I already went through my primer oil, so I don't have any because it's already gone because it was so good. But I do have this one, so I'm going to use this with it.
Awesome. I've used that one too. I really, really love that one. I like that one for nighttime. It feels like so soothing and so calm.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's beautiful.
use like 3 drops in my oil to get started. You can always add a little bit more depending on how thirsty your skin is. And then I'll walk you through, because I know this glass skin look isn't for everybody. I know my oily girls out there are like, what the heck? You know, like, why do I want glassy skin? So I'm going to customize it to wear as long as possible while still giving you that gorgeous glow.
Oh my gosh, but who doesn't love oil?
Love to put it on my neck and lip. You really just want to like, and when we go back in and we're working on clients, if we ever get to touch them again, we really just want to massage it in the skin and have that luxury moment. That's really going to work away some bumpy texture, pores, things like that. You guys hear that?
Oh, I don't even have a drink. I'm going to be watching you. I got late to the party.
That was a last minute detail, so add that in. I am going to glow it up even more by layering in the new primer that we have called Vitamin Glow. I love this so much. So there's vitamins B, C, and E, a little bit of birch water. Birch water is amazing for kind of having that kind of like grip to it, but it's so full of amino acids and antioxidants, so my skin loves it. As I'm super sensitive. This is a new bottle, so I'm like pumping. This one is gluten-free, vegan, and cruelty-free. It's so nice. And it smells
That's
so
what I was
good.
what I was gonna ask, was the scent, because it looks like it smells pretty.
Oh my God, I want to eat it, but I know I shouldn't.
So I actually have your primerizer.
Yay! Okay, so that's super rich with a niacinamide, which is so plumping and lifting, and hyaluronic, which is also so good. So this feels very similar, very similar to primer. I just think you get more of that instant glow. It's more of like a balm serum-y. I also like to use the two together, but yeah, so that's my
Yeah, I
Glo.
forgot to tell you I had the primerizer. So that's what I'm using in this step just because I don't have the new one yet.
Yeah, I love Smashbox too because their ingredients are so amazing. Both of those products have like a time release hyaluronic that will burst throughout the day to maintain that moisture. All right, we are prepped, you guys. Let's get started with the complexion. The first thing we're gonna do is grab your concealer.
Okay.
I'm using all Smashbox, of course, but grab whatever one you have. If you have multiple concealers, I would say grab one that's long wear, because we're going to be so glassy. It's okay to really get something that's going to set down as much as possible. And I just love the Smashbox Studio Skin Concealer because it's able to hydrate. It has a little bit of caffeine and niacinamide. But it's 24-hour wear and waterproof without feeling dry or cakey. It's like so lightweight. It feels like a serum. I put it on there. I mean, this, you just cover that whole triangle.
Okay.
You can also
I get a little nervous.
Yeah, you're doing good. You're doing amazing, sweetie. And a little bit right here on the chin. Perfect. All right. We'll start with that. I'm not using foundation really today. So that's why we went so full with the concealer. It's okay. I normally would not do this. But we're just creating this very, very sheer look. So next up, you want to take your damp beauty blender and blend. So my favorite is like blending in that triangle area to create that uplighting. Just making sure that's all blended in, and then minimal product you'll lift up. That way you avoid stuffing too much product where you have these little lines right here. That's what's going to create caking later in the day. So if you can just layer a little bit less, you're good.
Obviously, we're here at home, so I'm not doing full makeup all the time, but you never know who you're going to see, who you're going to FaceTime with. You still want to look good.
Oh, 100%.
And with all of this sun, like I want to look like I've been out in it, even though we can't go.
Well, it's just good to dust off the brushes and do it for us. You know what I mean? Now's the time to get that content, to play with some creative looks, to try new things.
Absolutely.
Because we have time to pause and to play a little bit. So I tend to have like, build it up. I always say it's better to start sheer, and you can always put on more, building in those sheer layers versus.
And I tend to be really dark in this area in the corner of my eye. So I always want to make sure and get in there.
We had the opportunity to go to Smashbox Studios and host a master class with Mac Daddy. And he taught me something so awesome that I've like loved stealing from him. So after you blend your concealer, you want to look just like you said, Darla, and see if you have any remaining little darkness in the valley. And what he did was then he graduated from his shade and he picked a lighter shade. And just in that little baby valley area, pop a little bit of that lighter tone. I just want to show Manny's trick. So I'm just taking like a touch lighter, and where I'm like a little dark right here, you can just kind of like layer that in. And he did this 3 or 4 times, Darla. I was like scared. What is he doing? He like worked it so fair, but it just looks so flawless.
I want to try that.
He built it up like 4 times just in like little sheer layers. It was the coolest trick, and I love it.
I would do that for sure.
See the difference right here, just layering in that little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our complexion, just using the concealer to perfect everything and the primer to perfect everything. We want to start kind of setting it down though, because we're going to go so glassy. I really want to give you guys the insurance and the steps that will hold it on a little bit longer, because sometimes glassy is only good for the photo. Like I wouldn't do this look and go to Coachella and expect it to stay.
Right.
But I'm trying my best. I did this look the other day and it did wear for like, I want to say 8 hours, my full work day. I did it in the morning and then I started work and it was on there the full day and I still have my glow. So we'll see. So now we're totally concealered up. We want to start setting it. So here's one of my favorite tricks. I'm going to use the Halo powder. Again, we just reintroduced these in more shades and there's such a fabulous powder. It has a soft pigment and you can shave it. This is where I lack influencer skills and I'm trying to show you, but you shave it per use. So it's fresh powder every time.
That's my favorite part of the powder.
It's so good because I'm super acne prone. I love that I never get my nasty bacteria back in there, and just moving into a world where it's I'm just so much more aware of germs in general. I love that little extra clean twist. It's a very beautiful smoothing and blurring technology, and it has a little bit of hyaluronic in it. So it is so good if you tend to be a little bit more crepey or a little bit more dry. It's just so nice while staying all day. So good.
I'm raising my hand.
You're like me.
Crepey, dry. Yes.
So we're going to just create a sheer. I'm almost creating my own foundation with this. The reason why I'm going to do this is because it's glowy enough, but because it's a powder base, it's going to stay and adhere to my skin a little bit longer. We're going to reach back into our face oil and take 2 drops to the back of the hand. 1, 2. And then we're going to take a dense buffing brush. I really love this one by Smashbox. It's my favorite complexion brush right here. I'm going to dip into my loose powder and then just kind of tap it over the oil. And now I've created my own little sheer foundation right here.
So just so you guys know, I just want to say this really quickly. I have a pressed powder. I wish I had the Halo powder, but I don't. So I just have a pressed powder that I'm really putting densely onto the brush and then dipping into that oil, okay?
We're just going to start where we need a little bit more coverage and stipple. We're going to be building so many layers on the skin, so the stippling technique is probably going to be best. Say I'm drier, I might add an extra drop of oil. Say you're not so dry, just keep it to 1 drop just to make it a little bit more creamy.
And I have actually never done this, and I'm so excited to do it because I shy away from powder because I feel like it just doesn't set nice on my skin. But now that I'm adding in the oil, I'm not even afraid.
You can see the glow poking through from our priming. And we're popping, girl. To really make it locked in, you're going to want to reach for your translucent powder. Okay. And the Smashbox one comes in 2 shades. You can twist it for fresh product. And then I like to just breathe with this. I don't know. I always get really nervous when I bake. I feel like if you overdo it, it's just game over. You know what I mean?
I'm terrified. I'm not even lying. I'm terrified of baking.
So much texture right here, and so many times it's just dried out. So I do really like this formula. It's a little bit more hydrating. There's a lot of hydrating setting powders out there. So if you are a little bit more mature and textury, grab a more hydrating one.
So I have a flat brush, but I forgot to bring it in. So all of you guys that grabbed your brushes and forgot your flat brush, you can grab, I'm just going to grab the sponge because I don't have it.
Yes. And we are setting from that little triangle of light that we created. The trick is, okay, so if you're a creasy girl, I don't even know if you guys can see. Can you see my crease right here? You don't want to bake on top of your crease. You want a flatter surface. So make sure you're looking up as you're pressing that powder in. Okay.
Oh, that's actually...
you want a flatter area while you're putting it in, because if you set it while it's folded, it's going to be cracked. I mean, I want to get the people what they want, but at the same time, oh, you guys got a drink. Here comes another train.
Can you hear the train, Ness? Oh, shoot. I hope we can hear it through it.
You'll hear it.
Okay.
Everyone can hear that guy. Okay.
That I just heard it. There it was. A little
Everyone's like,
story.
oh, LA, you go to the studios, take the train.
Yeah.
Like, why don't I do that?
I have taken it up to Staples Center. It takes you right to Staples Center. And I have also been on jury duty for 30 days, and I took it downtown every day.
You guys, real quick, I have these really annoying like frown lines, and I love to bake a good frown line out, you know, because that's typically where my makeup folds. So I like to just press a little extra in that stubborn line. And then right here, I have these little laugh areas that tend to like separate when I move. So just also baking in those little spots where we flex our faces.
Yeah, this is all a new experience for me. I am not a baker. I'm not a real baker, and I'm not a baker on my face either.
I'm into it. I've just had to play with it to find the right products and the right application techniques. Like,
yeah,
when you watch the videos, their whole face is just like powder. I can't. Every time I try that, it's not for me, man. But a little bit of the right product is good. Yes, looking the way that I like it to.
Yeah, this is pretty amazing. Okay.
Pretty cool, huh? It's like a custom little look, like, but it takes a lot of artistry, but it's worth it. It's glowy and it stays. I want to move a little bit into color, so we're going to grab our Complexion palette. And I wish I had one that was sellable right now, but all the same colors are in the Cali Contour. So everything we have here and we're going to use today is available in that palette. And in my opinion, it's a little bit more bougie, the Cali Contour. So it's just a little bit more like creamy and finely milled. So, you know, if you need a good one, purchase that one. Again, we'll drop that code in. So hang in there and we'll tag us in your selfies. I want to see everyone's glass skin. Okay, so we're going to bronze it up. I'm actually going to switch. Do you have a fan brush, Darla?
Ooh, I do, but I don't have it in here.
I found you. It's okay. Just any angled brush will do. Okay. Jumping into this contour shade right here. Contour. Everyone makes fun of the way I say that. They say I have like an accent when I say it. Contour.
Contour.
I don't know. But okay, so here's a little trick I learned. We so often just go and want to like go with that, but like if you check out my face, I have this little squatty, like round, squarish shape. So if I go and
it's way low,
it's weird.
Yeah.
So the best way for to find your angles is to lay your brush from your ear and head to the corner of the mouth right here. Okay, so you start back up in that hairline and then flow. You never want to go too far in. 2 fingers in is the trick to stop, or the arch of the brow, where it aligns with the arch of the brow.
I have been, so as I have gotten a little older, it's funny because just like you were saying, I used to go so low and now I get higher and higher, and it's so complimentary to your face shape as well because everything is going higher.
Yeah, you totally just want to look like, ooh, did you work out? What you been doing? You know, you don't want to, oh, nice contour job, girl. Like, now I'm like laughing at myself.
Contour.
How do you say it?
I don't know. Well, I think I put more emphasis on the O, contour. And you say contour. Contour. Yeah. I think I do a longer O.
How do you say? We'll have our followers tell us. So many palettes out there, they're missing that gray tone. You need that taupier shade to sculpt. You can't, unfortunately, you can't just have bronze and you can't just have highlight. You need the 3 colors at least. So
these 3 colors, which are in your original little contour, the 3-pan that Smashbox has been my favorite, honestly, for so long. I don't even know, when did it come out?
Oh my God. So we created, you know how everyone thinks Kim Kardashian created the contour? No, drag queens did. Hello?
Yes.
And back in the day, like, years, like over a decade ago, we had that little 3 palette that's still with the brush included that we still have, was the first ever. And everyone's minds were blown, like in store when we would show that to them. So we're like, what are you talking about? What is contouring? Now it's like, obviously Kim Kardashian invented it and everyone knows. But we were the OG contour palette brand.
That palette to this day is my all-time favorite. That is why I was so excited about this, because I already needed this 3 right here, and so just to add the other 6, I was like, okay.
So you're gonna dip into that bronze shade that we showed you right there. I love J-Lo in my heart and my head. Like one day I'll like be her and look like her, and when I grow up I'm gonna be J-Lo. So I go hard with the bronze. I love to look a little, and the point of this look is sun kissed, so I like to just bronze it up.
You and me both. The woman does not age. I will take her all day long.
It's so pretty. It's just like one of our field executives in Vegas, she calls it your face in a case. Just everything you need, you know? Your cheeks, bronze, your highlight. You can put it on your eyes.
I have used it just for literally my entire face.
While we're on the topic of beaches, you want to think of your diffusion as like a sunset. You never want to look at your contour and it's like lines and stripes. Each color should fade into the next. So that's the goal. And you can also create a little bit more of a lift if you're just like pushing that up there, just like this. And that's why I kind of like this fan brush too. It just kind of like gets it into the skin.
I've turned my brush the other way so I can use that heavier side.
So guys, we're setting ourselves without even knowing it. We're using a little bit of our contour and our highlight and our bronze to set the makeup even more before we go full glassy with it. So we're using minimal, you know, full coverage vibes, but we're able to set it into place with using other items such as our contour palette. We're going to use the highlight, the matte one.
Okay.
Here. I'm not very good at this. I'm like, need to take a course on how to be an influencer. Like it really is different than just taking a selfie. Okay. Or like teaching a master class. The video thing is throwing me off. And then we said it already. So just want a little, just like a little touch. Don't put too much on. Just a little bit.
Oh, I actually like that. And I have used this because, again, I don't use powder normally. I have used this under my eyes many times, and it's beautiful.
While Darla's just kind of finishing that up, I'm just going to set my concealer that we put on the lid with a little bit of that same highlight shade using a little flat paddle brush. Let's have some fun now. Let's get this gloss on our skin, Darla. So let's set it. We're going to take a minute to sandwich in our setting spray. I picked the Ultra Lock It On 16-hour wear. Does not come off. And I went like snorkeling in like volcano water last year and legit just locks that guy on there. So
okay, so
let's take an intermish and sandwich that in to set the face. I think I did too much. I have this problem like always like overdoing it with sprays.
Because I don't feel it till after it's already there. I'm already spraying more.
Grab your blush palettes.
Okay.
I think I introduced this product in the beginning. I hope I did. I don't know. But we're going to be using, I am obsessed with this gloss. It's a clear face, eyes, brows, cheeks. It's an everything gloss that is formulated without causing congestion or breakouts from Smashbox. And we're going to use this to create the glass all over. So we're going to create a cream blush. And I like to kind of create my own instead of purchasing a cream blush because I can have more control over the formula I'm making. And since I wanted a little bit more long wear, my ratio of the gloss is going to be very little. So you're going to take a little bit of the gloss on the back of your hand, just a touch.
Can I see how much that is?
Can you see it right there?
Okay, yeah, perfect.
That's going to be split between like 2 cheeks, and I can just kind of go with it.
Okay.
Then I'm going to create my own blush. I'm going to use these 2 matte colors in the Cali Kiss palette. I'm so not a shade name girl. I don't even know, but they're cute.
Yeah, those two right ones.
Yeah, we won't get hung up on the colors because you guys are using what you have at home or can customize it on yourself. So we're using those two and then just massaging that onto the back of your hand. So you're creating your own creamy matte blush. And so blush placement, this has always been like, what? Like no one ever talks about it, right? So
well, and my cheeks don't stick out like the girls that I really love their blush. So I'm always looking for that. So give me your tip because I'm ready to listen.
So Darla, when I'm looking at you, you have just a little bit more length in your face versus width. So you're kind of like a oval rectangle vibe. So if you're looking to broaden your cheeks and get a little bit more of that volume there, I would say go for the apple. Yeah, go for the apple and go like this. You can find your little apple and just start there and work it back up into the hairline.
Look at you really, little pro. I love it.
The highlight's really where we're going to fool the audience. That's when we can really play some magic tricks. But just even with that blush, like look at like, it looks so like plump and cute and fresh. So pretty. So now we're going to do the same exact thing. Oh, I like to take a little bit of that and just pop on the lip. While we're here. Just to get a little glow. Cool. So fresh, Darla. You look so cute.
I love it.
We're going to go and do the same thing with our favorite highlighter. So just take another little touch and then rub your finger through your favorite kind of champagne-y, pearly, whatever highlight sparks you joy. Go for it. Grab it. I'm going to use, in the Cali Kiss, I'm going to use the mixture of these two.
Okay.
I'm just creating that creamy highlight and then hitting up the high points of the face. Tops of the cheekbones, brow bone. I'm like, can't even wait for this quarantine to be over so I can buy myself some new lips. But until then, we got these. So we're gonna play some magic tricks. Put a little bit of that guy on the Cupid's bow. My company, everyone's like, don't highlight the nose. I like to highlight the nose a little bit. I'm sorry.
I like it when it's
off the reindeer, but like you just put like a little bit right there.
I like it when it's subtle.
Subtle. Not like the influencers are literally like Rudolph, like with a highlight. Like
yeah, it's a little much there.
Like we naturally would glow a little bit. And just remember, wherever you put it though, it is going to create volume. So if you're very self-conscious of the tip of your nose, maybe you choose the bridge of your nose instead. So just remember, it does add that volume. My favorite trick, I don't know who taught me this, but I highlight my ears. Like if I'm really like going there.
You do?
Oh yeah, I do my ears.
Huh.
It's such a like a luxury moment too, like in store. Like I don't know if we'll be able to touch people ever again, but if you're able to, like do the ear, put a little serum there. Give them the whole moment. Let's do the freckles.
Okay.
That's what we want to do. So we're popping, like this looks good. This is a cute look we could recreate and it's a little bit more wearable. Are you the type of girl to go out and wear faux freckles every day? Maybe not, but it's an on-trend look and I want to show you the Smashbox way of recreating them. And we'll try it out. So grab.
And I am a virgin faux freckle girl, so I'm ready to learn.
So there's so many different ways to do them. Like I tried it with a brow pencil and that's pretty easy, but I also have been trying a new way that I'm going to teach you guys because we're all about creativity today. And you're going to take your setting spray and you're going to spray 2 sprays on the back of your mirror. Again, this is why you probably want a really like more like waterproof long wearing setting spray.
Okay.
Then you're going to take your bullet brush or something a little bit more dense and you're going to dip into like a nude sandy color, like a tan matte. I wish I could show you this. I don't even know. Like, it's a little challenging. But what we're doing here is we're mixing that into the setting spray to create a really like waterproof sheer matte texture. Play in between these two colors and dip in between these two colors, creating a very custom look. Wish you could see it. Can you see it? Ah!
Oh,
Like
I see it a
dripping.
little bit there.
I'm using like a little liner brush, or a lip brush would be really good. Something so little. What you got?
I've got this is an angled brush, but I do have a thinner one, but I'll just use the tip of this one.
Use
Yeah.
just the tip of the corner of that one. Or you could do like a bobby pin or something. Just start like setting them. I might have to take a few peeks in like my bigger mirror just because I'm like an old person and I can't see.
I know. I can't see a thing. I keep this one handy that's magnified.
There you go. That's gonna be me. I need to. Okay, it's looking pretty good. And you just kind of like go through the nose and cheeks. Have you guys ever played with that? Like, I think it's on the Snapchat filter, and she's like that filter where she's like the cute lips and like the freckles. That's what I always think. I have my freckles on. They're looking a little cray. So the secret is to soften them. You just take your finger.
Okay.
And press them before they dry down. Just to fade them out a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why I play with some different tools. Like I just really love that Smashbox one for like the perfect wing liner.
Yes.
I use it on my lips. Even though we have a lip brush, I like this one because I just like feather so much and I love to overdraw so this I can get more control. It's angled, which is so cool. Not a lot of them are angled, so when you are doing your eye, you're able to see your eye. Take your little mixture and go with like that more sandy light color, and we're gonna add that one in the mix too. Just so we have a little bit of dimension. As you notice, when you actually get freckles, you never have just one shade. It's a variety.
Okay, so you guys need to follow Amanda because she did this look, what was it, like last week? So gorgeous.
Follow me, and this is where you guys can hit me up for your codes at amanda.noe.
And I'll make sure, I'll make sure that it's posted down here too, so you have the right spelling and all of that jazz.
All right, now I'm going to take the clear gloss, that extra shine, and this is where you really want to just go plain Jane, just straight up gloss on the skin. And I know you're thinking, if my oily friends, what? A little tiny little bit, and I see it happen so often with like my teams in store. We're taught to overuse products. We can just use a little touch. We're good. It'll stay on there all day and look poppin' without overdoing it. So you just take a little bit of that clear gloss and like just in the high points where you want to be super glassy is where you tap that in. It's very important to carefully tap because we've created so many fantastic layers. It's so like realistic. Like it looks like I got a little schwitzy out by the beach.
Well, and when you get that sun, you get a glow that self tanner can't give you.
Yeah, 100%. I love to take a little bit with my brow brush, an angled brow brush.
Okay.
And brush a little bit of that through my brow to create a super like sheer, simple, easygoing brow tint, just to give a little bit of shape and fill the sparsities.
Yeah, I like that.
Darla, you have good brows.
You know, thank you, Mary Ellen. Mary Ellen, she, you guys that have not looked into microblading, it literally has been a lifesaver because back in the day, I had brows. They just were so there. And then all of a sudden, you know, the 90s came and I tweezed them to nothing. And we go through all these trends that you want to be a part of. And so, yeah, microblading, I love it. And you got some deep brows. They look so good.
Girl, I got the hair everywhere though. It's a trade-off. But I would rather be hairy and have the brows than have to,
I agree.
Anyway, yeah. I can always laser or whatever. And then you're going to go back to your little gloss. And I freaking love what this does. It's my favorite thing ever. You're going to just add a little bit of that clear gloss into the brow on the arch.
Oh, okay.
Controlling light. Your husband, Ness, probably would feel me on this. Like, wherever you point the light is where you want to direct the audience's attention. So being that we're a studio brand, we've always embraced lighting techniques in our makeup application, and placing that just like above the arch of the brow literally kind of opens the eye up and directs.
I love it.
Also,
I love
like your hair.
I'm sorry?
Who likes matte hair? Like, we
True.
always put a little bit of product to boost the shine. So it's the same with our brows. We want the shape, but we also want that finish. All we need to do is just pop on a quick lip and a fresh eye. We've put our eye base with a contour. You can mix the contour and the bronze shade with a blending fluffy brush. Just mixing a little bit of that. Tossing it through the crease.
I'm going to do that.
Then we're going to dip into the highlight shade that we used on our cheeks when we created the cream highlight. So again, mixing those two. And then just using your finger. You can use a bullet brush and be fancy, but I'm just using my finger right here. Popping that in the inner corner to open the eye.
I will sometimes just do this with mascara because it just adds so much.
And then now's the point, if you want any additional glow, to take a step back and look at yourself like, I think I want a little bit more on my nose. Sorry, Smashbox. Kill me.
Do you ever mix the clear gloss with any shadows?
Oh,
or would you say
God.
it's...
Yeah. We need to do a Smoky Eye one next. And
Okay.
I will gloss it up for you guys, because I know I've been seeing on the red carpet and so many celebrities rock that dark, like, glossy look. And I just played with that too. I posted on my Instagram actually, but I would love to have another Zoom call and we can do some Smoky Eye theme.
I would love that.
So we're gonna pop on our mascara.
Okay.
So you got curly lashes. This look, since we're so skin focused, we need big lashes, big fluffy brows. It's all about that. So actually, if you do have a lash primer, I'm gonna use just a quick little layer of that. Super fan. Oh my gosh, I love this one. How do I hold it?
It's a great mascara. There it is.
There it is.
Oh no, I think it was upside down.
I don't know. I'm like, am I upside down?
Is it up? Oh yeah, it's upside down. So maybe the other way. There it is. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Are you left-handed?
Yeah. Are you?
Yes. People don't know what we have to go through.
Absolutely. Everything's backwards for us in our world.
Everything.
I'm just going to keep it real with you guys. I think it was when I got Botox for the first time. Something happened to this eye and the lashes started going straight on this eye only.
And you think it was from Botox?
But I think it was from it. I think it fell and I think it affected my lash. I don't know if I'm just making that up. But ever since I have just such an annoying straight lash right here, I've tried to cheat. This is the only mascara that holds that guy up there all day long. Just super simple, super fresh. It's all about the skin. And then I'm going to go with, I love the new Always On Cream to Matte lipsticks that Smashbox launched. There's so many different shades and they are so lovely and gorgeous. I'm going with a coral color. Whatever color to look. I know I'm throwing this one at you. Transfer resistant, waterproof. So this guy is like on there all day.
Great color. It's beautiful.
I love to use the gloss with these for blushes as well because it's a waterproof product. It sticks to the cheek a little bit more. So feel free to multitask.
I love that this whole video, we've multitasked products. Like I'm putting some of that blush on because I had like more of a neutral lipstick. And
yeah.
I love that you can just, don't be afraid to mix products into different areas that they're not, you know, they're not named for. I feel like, especially people, when they see a brush and it's named a certain name, it's like, I can't use it anywhere else on my face, which is so not true. You can use it anywhere.
That's something I really learned from Smashbox. All the artists, all the trainers are just so innovative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. And I love that there is no...
I think we have to think of those, because like being on set, there's like quick changes, lighting changes. It's like you have to be able to adapt and have multitasking products.
Yeah. Well, and that goes with every day. I mean, say you're vacationing and you forgot the, I don't know, the eyeshadow that you thought you were going to need. You have options. You can use all kinds of stuff for your shadows. You look gorgeous.
You look gorgeous.
You look gorgeous. Whoever's out there doing makeup, you look gorgeous. I love it.
Your phone create this look. Give us a shout out.
Well, thank you guys for watching. I know this was a little long, but when you're doing tutorials and you have a guest that has knowledge and has been trained in a certain way, you want to use all that. I mean, again, like I said previously in a couple of videos, because since we've been on quarantine, I've kind of done some videos with different brands, and you guys would be paying for this. Like, this is a treat. This is a huge treat. And I'm so, so thankful that you were willing to even share your knowledge and come on here and just do this whole tutorial for us, because it was super fun and we look beautiful.
Thank you so much for having me, Darla. We'll do a 2.0 on Smoky Eyes. And again, follow me on Instagram at amanda.noe, and holler at me if you want to watch this video, or if you want to grab the 20% off any products that we use, whether it was Glam, Glo, or Smashbox. I got you, girl.
If you have any comments or anything, please leave them below. If you want to see a smoky eye and you thought, okay, this was super great. I mean, I've got time on my hands, like we all do. We got time on our hands to be doing different things and reaching out of our comfort zone. You know, probably like Amanda said, if you're oily skin, you probably don't want to touch oil, but maybe this has helped you in that you'll reach out and try and do it. So thanks again for watching. I so appreciate it. Thank you, Amanda, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.